Hey everyone, welcome back to Sports Tea. Happy Monday. I know it's a football night, but I saw this clip from Gil's Arena passionately debating about who the coldest killer is. I thought it was a great topic for us to discuss tonight. If everybody can just do me a favor, real quick, and like the video. If you can just like the video for me and share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, that would help me out a lot. I do want to shout out our members and our supporters of the channel. You guys are just awesome. So let me pull up our members. So we have, actually, one second, guys. Let me see if anyone new joined. Because I pulled the list yesterday, so I just want to check to see if anybody new joined. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see, who do we have here in the chat? I see Wise Guy, shout out to you. Main Event, Ace of Rage, Super Zeke from Detroit. Shout out to Detroit. Nufo, Ed Wow, Rumple Foreskin. Sheesh, what kind of name is that? Rudy Caduce, Nufo, Zapunkies, Gabe Moore, how are you? Horizon Vibes, Laker Rebuild, Grape Tea News. Shout out to you guys. Run over to Grape Tea News and subscribe to that channel. They're giving really great content on current events. But shout out to the moderators. I really appreciate you guys. You guys hold me down all the time. Awesome. Oh, actually, we do have 3 new members as of yesterday. So we have Brenda, Megan, or it looks like actually Meg XD, Reginald McLendon. Shout out to you guys, new members. We also have Lewis Matthews, V Dub, Saeed Gore, Zeno Omega, Spurs Ann. Shout out to you and Ron for being all stars. Blanco Smoke, Carl for President Anthony, Force Ghost Fabio, Yazid Yerbay, T-Bird, another all-star, and my twin, Relax and Focus, All Gravy, WW, Neil Howlett, Von Chris Cordova, KM, Big Al Master Chief, Mikey Brass, another all-star, Sports Facts, Christopher Baldwin, Right Hand Cam, another all-star. It's not that serious as well. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. You really help us to just grow and continue to expand. So I really appreciate you guys. Seriously, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Let's see who else is joining us tonight. Who do we have here in the chat? I see Larry Jameson, James Maxwell. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful Monday. I can't complain too much. Import AI. Oh my God. You guys are cracking me up. Listeroids James. Oh, I don't want to be the reason for breaking up any happy homes, okay? Please keep your wife, stay married. I mean, unless you're unhappy. You know, you never want to be unhappy. I totally get that, but I'm a huge fan of couples staying together. Just Carl, I'm doing really great. How are you? Gold Mine. Thank you so much, Gold Mine. I've got to go ahead and give you a wrench. I really appreciate you guys. Seriously, you're all awesome. Okay. Well, Oh, hey, Blacksmith. Noah Linden, 100J, Jamal Rahman, Brother Juma, Jadid. Nice to see you guys. Okay, let's get started. Gil's Arena exploded yesterday with a fiery debate. I mean, it was explosive. I am going to stop the clip at different points and react to it because there's a lot to dig into, so many points made and so many to dispute. It really seems like Gilbert Arenas works for Clutch Sports. This show has gotten completely out of control, especially with the cap for LeBron. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make much sense to me. Now, Gilbert Arenas is trying to convince us that LeBron is a killer. How funny is that? I want to let you guys hear this for yourselves. And like I said, I have a few sound bites for us to break down. So here's the first one.
Who is the better killer? Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Put them in order.
Killer?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. There you go.
I'll go.
I don't care.
How do you,
Go get it done.
Right?
Go get it done 6
I'll go
times.
Kobe.
Every
And
time I go.
They all still killers at the end of the day.
no,
I go
and
Kobe.
that's the problem
I go Kobe.
with the argument.
No,
right?
it don't
When
matter.
they say-
Somebody got to win.
When they say this guy is a pit bull and this guy is a cat, but the cat has more kills, total kills at the fastest mark, has more accuracy at killing, but you're calling him like you can't. You got to change how you use
care about
stuff.
that. Don't care about that.
Little shit.
It don't matter. You have, but you
not
Listen,
killing.
at the end, right. We just want you to kill one person. We don't care about that little shit. We don't care about that little shit. Just get it done.
You have to change how you use stuff, because if you're calling me softy, but I'm busting your ass, it says more about you now. If you're saying this guy's a killer and this guy's soft, but this guy has way more kills in a faster time, you can't use those. You gotta describe it a little bit different.
No, I don't. Just get it done.
gotta.
Just get it done. Nobody wants to pity pat around. No, get the shit done. Michael Jordan, every time I go, get it done.
But it's
Kill
not.
But he did get
Kobe.
it.
six times. Killer.
He did get
Kobe
it
got
done.
it 5.
Okay, well,
Took you.
he has
Three of them-
time.
Took, it,
Three of them came.
took you along.
Three
Took
came
you.
as a side.
Well,
side-
And 3 of his came back. 3 of LeBron's.
I mean,
came
shit.
back
Mike went to go play baseball. What the fuck we talking about? Like,
Huh?
playing golf.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Three of
when
LeBron's
you
came
want to,
like that too.
when you really want to throw it out there, like you guys only use metrics when you want to.
No.
And you only use metrics when it's
I
right for
use
you.
all that.
You only use metrics when it's right for you.
Option two, still, yeah.
But still, he's the top 3 best shooting
It
guard
don't
ever.
matter.
You can't say that.
It don't matter. You can't discredit
But what
what someone
metric are
did.
y'all using for
If you're
soft?
saying,
You can't say Kobe was a
if you're saying you're a better killer than me, right? If you're saying you're a better killer than me, at the same rate, I beat you to 500 kills, 1,000
But you
kills,
didn't beat me to the
2,000
main
kills,
kills.
5,000
Who cares?
kills,
Beat me to the
10,000
main
kills,
kills.
20,000
You
kills.
can beat me to the main
Every kill chart I
And you got 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but
That's the main thing.
Right. That's the main thing we care about. We don't care about that.
But
If
three
you
of them.
leading
care
my
how you get it.
team,
We
and
don't
we need
care.
to win, and you got 4, and the other person got 5, that means he's a better.
But you,
quarterback.
yeah, but you.
All you do is just shooting. You
But
just
you-
doing a lot of shooting. You might hit a lot of motherfuckers, but you ain't gonna hit the main nigga.
But
You gonna kill all his homies, but you ain't gonna kill the leader.
but the reality is.
That's what you
But
said.
reality is.
That's what you said.
Reality
Almost
is.
got there.
But almost
got there.
I almost got
got
there.
there, got killed.
But 3 of my big kills.
Well-
I'm doing this. Hey, shoot him right there. I'm the
That's fine.
sidekick. I'm
That's
not
fine.
the main.
That's fine. But where?
Who? The guy who had 3 championships by the age of 22. He wasn't the main guy.
Oh man.
Like I mean, we love him, but are we gonna talk real sports?
Are we gonna talk?
He was
real
the sidekick until he got rid of Shaq and did 1, 2
And he
for
was-
himself. So technically, when you're looking at it, he was a sidekick for 3, 2 as a real main character. Does that not factor in?
D-Wade.
Or are we just gonna say, oh, he got
D-Wade.
5?
I got drafted there.
D-Wade.
I got drafted there.
D-Wade. Chris Bosh.
Sidekick.
D-Wade. Chris.
Sidekick. However you want to say it.
Kobe's ahead of Shaq.
No, win.
And fucking, where you rate both of them? In the top 5, where would you put Kobe?
I don't give a fuck. Where you?
All right, then. So
Three of your rings came from me. It don't matter.
Oh, where do you rate Kobe and Shaq?
However you look at it, dog. Three of your, you got 5. 3.
Right, that's fine.
3 was carried by the.
I got
3 was drafted. Don't matter.
I got drafted. It does matter. I got drafted.
We're not comparing each other. What we're saying is you're using 5 as a blanket. 3 of them you was a sidekick.
I got drafted there.
So don't say you got 5, I got 4. You can't do that.
I had the ball.
You got to put it all into
totality. Had the ball every fourth
Shaq
quarter.
didn't win. Shaq didn't win. He didn't win. He didn't win with Penny. He didn't win. Until Kobe got there. So you can't say he's a fucking sidekick.
With Kobe.
He didn't win before he got Kobe.
Right.
He didn't win until he got Kobe.
Right. He didn't win with Penny.
He didn't win with Penny.
What happened there?
He didn't win before they got
He didn't win when he was 19 and 20 with rookie. Like what?
Of course, Gilbert Arenas thinks that LeBron is the best killer, right? He's saying LeBron has the most kills. He doesn't say killer. If you guys notice, Gilbert Arenas doesn't say that he's actually the best killer. He just says he has the most kills. Brandon Jennings thinks that it's Jordan, and Swaggy P is rolling with Kobe. And of course, Lexi Brown believes everyone killed, and she's chilling in the corner, kind of like LeBron James on defense. Nonetheless, the first point I want to talk about is LeBron killing faster and beating Jordan and Kobe to every kill. I'm confused. LeBron won his first title in 9 years, and Jordan won it in 7 years. His kills don't come faster than anyone, as far as I'm concerned. I'm also confused because he didn't win titles before Kobe or MJ. Gilbert Arenas can only talk about stats. LeBron fans and the La Media, paid by Clutch Sports, want to convince us all that LeBron is the GOAT because of his stats. I like stats. I really do. I like advanced stats as well. And the reason why I like them is because they truly tell a story if you're reading them properly. And then you can surmise what happened in a game. When you're talking about greatness, who is the greatest player? Who is the greatest shooter? Who is the greatest passer? Who is the greatest rebounder? Who's the greatest scorer? When you talk about scoring, right, we factor in efficiency. But what does efficiency mean if your job was to score the ball as the primary scorer only? What is efficiency when you're playing with 3 primary scorers on your team? How do you compare an era of players that can have 3 max contracts on their team? How can anyone in today's league even be considered a killer? It's laughable to me, but to continue addressing the kills that Gilbert Arenas is talking about, I just think that there's no basis for this debate at all. Like many debates surrounding the NBA, there's no actual premise for what a kill actually is. Gilbert Arenas doesn't define it when he starts capping for LeBron, so he puts himself in a place where you can't really say it's not true, because whatever his definition of a kill is, no one really knows. It sounds like he's trying to say that basically any accomplishment, the most picayune accomplishment that LeBron has, is a kill. He's the all-time leading scorer. That's a kill. He's top in several statistical categories. So these are all kills to Gilbert Arenas. Everything is a kill except actually winning. I'm so confused by that. Winning games doesn't matter. Winning titles don't matter. It doesn't seem to matter at all unless LeBron won them. 6 rings don't matter. But 4 rings matter because LeBron was the primary scorer on that team for those titles. Since Kobe was the number 2 to Shaq, his first 3 rings don't count, according to Gilbert Arenas. And I find this to be such a disgusting take because LeBron hasn't truly been the guy. One could argue that he hasn't been the number 1 option for most of the titles that he won. But with that said, I want you guys to listen to more of this nonsense.
He didn't win before they
he
got
didn't
Kobe.
win when he was 19 and 20 with rookie. Like what we're talking about, man.
Did he win a ring?
Yes.
Shaq.
Without
Yes.
Shaq won a ring at 19.
No, that's when he had Penny Hardaway now.
All right, then.
What
That's
the
what
fuck
we
are y'all
said. That's what
judging?
we saying.
He didn't have a real championship team till he got to the Lakers.
He had Penny. Penny is a fuck.
They were young.
All right, now I mean,
That's like Luka winning the championship right now.
all right. Yeah.
No, it's not moving. It's reality.
Jordan retired. They had a chance. They couldn't get past.
They had a chance.
Right? They lost to number 45. That's worse than losing to 54.
We didn't lose to 45. We beat them. What the fuck are you talking about?
Worse than losing
We
to
lost the
54.
goddamn dream. Like what? Like come on, man. Be real time. Real time.
45.
Mike retired. What happened those 2 years when Mike retired? Why nobody couldn't get it?
Lost to
Hakeem
Olajuwon one.
Okay.
That's like Jokic taking that's like Jokic taking advantage of Wemby right now. Of course, Jokic, he's the goddamn best player. One is young.
No, we're not doing that.
Y'all, what's wrong with you guys?
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing
Sidekick.
No,
3 of them.
No,
Sorry.
Sidekick.
Sidekick, 3 of them. You're sidekick.
I know. I
Sidekick.
understand, y'all. But
It's a sidekick.
So
Kobe got 2 championships as a real
Kobe got
number 1
4
player.
championships in him. So how is he a sidekick?
Yeah, you got 3 sidekick championships.
So if I get 2 without you and you get 1 without me, who's a sidekick?
We're talking about LeBron, right?
We're talking about Shaq.
No, we're talking about
You
LeBron.
say he's a
I don't give a
sidekick.
fuck what you won after I left. You won 3 with me as being the man. That is the problem. So when you talk about championships, please put it in perspective.
He's not a sidekick.
I have 3 championships as a second option, and I got 2 as a number 1 option. You got 4 as a number 1 option. You got 6 as a number 1 option. Your other guy got 11 in 13 years.
He was a number. Wait, hold on. He wasn't a number 1 in Cleveland with Kyrie in him. Because it looked like Kyrie was taking all the big shots.
Taking the big shots at the end of the game, but
that's the same thing Kobe was doing. That's how you and Shaq. That's how you got your.
Brandon, what set up
Kobe,
that big shot by Kyrie? What led to that big shot by Kyrie?
I don't know. They only look at
Who scored the 6
they only look at what they want to look at.
The block was fine, but
the 6 points previous to put Kyrie in that position.
Yeah, they only look at the 1 shot. So Paxson was the number 1 option when he hit the 3. Like no, dog, stop.
So you're saying Kobe Bryant? So you're saying Kobe Bryant won the number 1 option in the 4th quarter when it came down to it?
He wasn't the number 1 option on the team.
Please.
On the team.
So when it came down,
the 20-year-old, the 21-year-old, the 22.
To win it in the 4th quarter, they wasn't going to Kobe.
Man, Ray Allen's got 1 too. Ray Allen was the main option on Miami, the 2nd championship.
The nigga came off the bench. Stop, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? He was a bench dude.
He hit the 3 though.
I don't give a fuck what he hit.
LeBron
He's a bench
that
dude.
bush.
And I had 19 straight points. You should do something. Hit a shot. Do something. We got you in the game. We're paying you the money. Huh? You big break. Do something. Congratulations. You hit 1 shot this quarter.
So
how y'all trying to change people's legacy because somebody on the team hit a shot? I hope they do. I had 19 straight points. Out of the 22 points in a quarter, I assisted on the rest of them.
That's how his whole life is. We always do everything but the main.
Talking about Kobe being a site. Hold on, I've seen Jason Terry average the same amount of points as LeBron in the finals.
Yes, nigga.
We're talking about. I ain't never seen nobody do that to Kobe.
He lost to Jason Terry.
Jason Terry averaged the same amount of points as LeBron James in the finals.
How do we get here?
Don't do that.
Talking about
who a sidekick.
We're talking about who a sidekick.
Look like LeBron was a sidekick on that in that final.
What sidekick to who?
He was going on.
LeBron was a sidekick to Dirk in that final.
Please say me.
Okay, cool. That ain't got nothing to do with the
shit. And Dwayne.
We're talking about who's the number 1 option on their team.
To Deshaun Stevenson.
Cool. We're talking about their team.
Jason Terry averaged the same points, and Jason Terry came off the bench.
They didn't put.
Guys, it does get worse than this. I'm going to be really honest with you. It does. But before I even react to that soundbite, I just want to read the super chat. Darren V, thank you so much for the 1999 super chat. Happy holidays to you as well. I think you know what I want for Christmas, less PT for LeBron's. I want the same thing for Christmas, and I think we're on the same page. So happy holidays to you as well. Okay. So I'd be remiss if I didn't share how disgusted I was with Gilbert Arenas for his Kobe take. He keeps screaming. You hear him screaming that Kobe Bryant was a sidekick Was he a sidekick when you kept bragging that you dropped 60 points on him? Was he a sidekick then? I'm just curious. Stop calling that man a sidekick. Even if you only want to give Kobe Bryant credit for winning 2 rings, both of those titles were more impactful than anything that LeBron has ever won. Even if you give LeBron credit for every title that he won, including the bubble title, someone else had to take the final shot or make the critical plays to win. And I know what you're going to say. What about the plays that led up to Kyrie hitting that shot in 2016? LeBron chased down that block. It was great. But we know what would have happened if he was shooting that 3. If LeBron had a wide open look in a game 7 of the finals, do any of you guys believe he would make it? Seriously. Gilbert Arenas is screaming that LeBron scored 19 straight points in the 2012 title with the Heat. And Ray Allen, he was just finally supposed to do something and hit that shot. That's LeBron's birthright, is for other players to hit shots for him. That's bullshit. You are not the man if no one, I mean, not a single soul, including yourself, wants you to have the ball in the final moments of the game. LeBron cannot be trusted in late game situations throughout his entire career. And we want to talk about him being a killer. He is not a killer. Just stop it already. This discussion is just one big gaslight. And I'm tired of it. But there's one more soundbite that I want you guys to hear, and then we'll react together. Actually, I have 2 soundbites, but this is the main one to end this kind of conversation.
The same team.
They came out the bench.
They didn't play on the same team.
85% of the guys in the NBA
we averaged the same.
We're
shit.
not playing on the same team, right? So when Kobe averaged 21, the main guy averaged 30.
It's way higher than
15.
not.
Don't let them fool you either by what they tweet. or
Shaquille
Instagram.
O'Neal.
Exactly.
I've been around enough.
What year? What year?
I know.
And it shows
You know
y'all.
within like 3 or 4 days.
Don't matter. What year? I need to know what year.
The
Last
first
guy
championship, Kobe
asked-
averaged 21. The
3 or 4
Diesel
days.
averaged 30 and
There are a lot of
50.
guys
Who's the number
that-
one option?
I think I love what comes with that.
Answer.
Celebrity fame,
Shaquille O'Neal averaged 30 and
cars,
15.
material
Kobe averaged
things.
29.
Okay.
Okay.
more than they actually
But go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's go.
And it was
Let's go. Let's go.
and
Next.
performance
Next.
anxiety.
Next.
Absolutely. And those
Next.
guys,
Let's go. Because I know who had the ball.
they don't win championships.
I know who had the ball in the fourth
And
quarter.
they
Let's go.
always
Game
leave you
winner
wanting
time.
more. You'll watch that guy play.
Listen,
Finals MVP, Finals
He'll play a
MVP.
good game. And then at the end of the game, you're like, if he just would have done this.
He didn't
If
win when
he
he was
just would have
19
done
and 21
that.
rookie.
So
Like,
you
what
know
we
why
talking
he
about,
just
man?
won't do
Did he
this
win a
or
ring?
that? Because
Yes.
that extra this
Shaq.
and that extra that.
Yes.
Shaq won a ring
Same
at 19.
team.
It came out the bench.
No, that's when he had Vinny all the way there.
Wait,
What the
we
fuck are
averaged
y'all
the same.
doing?
We're
He
not
didn't
playing on
have
the
a real
same
championship.
That's
So
what that extra
when
rotation comes from. That's what that extra dive on the floor comes from. That's what all of those things come from. And if you don't love the game, you can't give that. And if you can't give that,
I'm sorry, guys. I had 2 sound bites playing at the same time. I apologize for that.
on the same team.
They came out the bench.
They didn't play on the same team.
Well, we averaged the same.
We're
thing,
not
so-
playing on the same team, right? So when Kobe averaged 21, the main guy averaged 30 and 15. That guy.
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal. That guy. That
How
guy's
much
a
Kobe
number one
average?
option.
What
21?
year? What year?
21. Don't
What
matter.
year? What
Whatever year you want.
See? Now it don't matter. What year? I need to see what year.
The first championship,
All right,
Kobe
now
averaged
do the second.
21. The Diesel averaged 30 and 50.
Okay.
Who's
Okay.
the number one option?
Now do the second.
Okay. Second and third.
Shaquille O'Neal averaged 30 and 15. Kobe averaged 29.
Okay.
Okay.
Should have been Kobe's, but go
Yep.
ahead.
Thank
Yep,
you.
let's go.
Should've been
And it was
Kobe's.
Yes,
game
let's go. Let's
that
go.
was game winner time, too.
Next,
Game
let's
winner
go.
time.
Next, let's go. Because I know who had the ball in the fourth quarter.
Too.
I know who had the ball in the fourth quarter.
Man,
Let's go.
That's game
Next,
winner
next one.
time. Diddy at the top of the key.
Finals
Listen,
MVP,
that's-
Finals
Diddy-
MVP, Finals MVP. And then he averaged 28 and 13 to Kobe's
Same numbers.
26 and 4.
Okay. So the second one he should have got. For sure.
Averaging 29 and 6.
She got two.
Yeah.
You got two.
Because I know who had the ball in the fourth quarter.
15.
I know who had. That's
It don't
fine.
matter who
That's-
you know who had the ball. We know who had the
No,
ball.
I know who had the ball.
We know
We
who
know
had
who
the
had the
ball.
ball. No, we know who had the
You know
ball.
what
in the
happened
fourth.
we know
after
who had
that,
the ball.
though?
Yeah. Yeah,
tired of this
because
shit.
if that's the case, because if you rolling with that, then I'm definitely rolling. Then Jason Tatum should have won Finals MVP then over Jalen.
None of that matters.
If you're gonna do that, then
Hey, Shaq,
then I'll sit up here and I'll say that.
sidekick told Shaq, hey, Shaq or me.
So we asked the chat, who's more of a killer between MJ, Kobe, and LeBron?
MJ won.
Ooh, he had a
50% did say MJ.
15.
31% said Kobe. 19% said LeBron.
Yeah, we know nothing.
We asked the chat who's more of a killer between those three. 50% said Jordan, 31% said Kobe, 19% said LeBron.
Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
Who got the most
Man,
kills?
I like
This, but
nigga, stop everything about points with you. What is wrong?
Who got the most rebounds? Who got the most assists? Whatever you want to say.
Just say rings.
Whatever you want to say.
Who got the most rings?
How many want to say? How many
Rings.
want to say?
Rings.
How many want to do this?
Rings.
Who has the most
Rings.
points? You don't fuck them points, huh? How about this? Who has the most rebounds? Fuck the rebounds. Who has more assists? Fuck the
Rings.
rebounds. Like you want to use.
What's the main thing?
Huh?
Rings.
Yeah.
What's the main thing?
And you
Stop
go.
bringing up all this fucking
Then Bill
candy yams and greens. How the turkey taste, nigga?
Bill Russell.
Stop bringing up all the candy yams and greens. How the turkey taste?
Then Bill Russell.
How was the turkey on Thanksgiving?
Then
nigga?
Bill Russell
Wasn't
turkey
good.
tastes better.
God damn.
So then what
Stop
about
talking
Bill
about
Russell?
candy
What about
yams.
Bill Russell then?
Stop talking
If
about
we're going to go
bad
championships,
players,
then
bro. We talking
Bill
about
Russell has
bad
11 in 13 years.
Nigga,
But that turkey don't.
You don't eat your auntie mashed potatoes, but you go eat that turkey.
But what about
My nigga,
then? What about
that's all
Bill
we talking
Okay,
about.
I get you. What about Bill Russell's 11 championships in 13 years? That turkey's way better then. But you don't give a fuck about the turkey no more.
I didn't see that turkey.
Not
You
seasoned
don't give
as
a
well,
fuck
though.
about the turkey no more.
That turkey was unseasoned.
Season.
What about the turkey now? 11 championships in 13 years. Think about that. 11 in 13 years. No one gives a fuck about the turkey no more. Now you want to use the side. See, you want to use the side
I ain't
with
doing
him.
no sides with him.
Where's the macaroni cheese with him? When you put somebody up, whatever metrics you want to use, there's gonna be somebody
He's
better.
not my goddamn position. I like my position.
No, I don't know what position. If we're gonna use rings only, then
rings only.
11 rings in 13 years is the best that's ever gonna be.
We didn't bring up Bill Russell. We said
Of course you don't want to bring up Bill Russell.
Bill Russell could be number one. I don't give a fuck. I know LeBron ain't one.
Nobody who said he was.
Shit, I don't care. Bill Russell could be number one.
Then he's one.
LeBron ain't one.
Then Bill Russell's one.
He's one. We talk about fucking.
We started the show out.
Bill Russell's
brotherly
one.
united. We have since separated, departed. But let's keep this thing moving.
Don't like turkey no more, huh? Got a motherfucker.
You love turkey?
Talking about his turkey unseasoned now.
It was unseasoned back in those days.
I should hit his leg, man.
Stop.
And we are back on a high note. Let's keep this thing moving now. So a panel of ESPN.
Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you guys, what's the main thing? I mean, seriously, Swaggy P, he didn't talk too much, but he nailed it. He cooked on that because, like, how did the turkey taste? That's the main objective of playing basketball, right? Winning games and winning titles, period. He then brings up Bill Russell's titles, 11 championships in 13 years. I care about that turkey. I hate when people try to go to Bill Russell and talk about his 11 rings. I actually love it. I don't mean to say I hate it, but I hate that they say it as if somehow it's going to hurt the argument. It doesn't. I care about that turkey. I care about Bill Russell's 11 rings. Bill Russell is a top 5 player of all time to me. And he is the greatest winner in the history of basketball. I don't believe in the GOAT because every era is different and has different circumstances. But I agree with Swaggy P 100%. And shout out to Swaggy P. He got snitched on by his own teammate and he held it down. D-Lo the snitch is still trash for doing that. But anyway, when you look at stats, titles, influence on the game, signature moves, individual accolades, Michael Jordan has all of those things. Bill Russell is the greatest winner of all time. And that's why he's a top 5 basketball player of all time. That's why he's on Mount Rushmore. People come with excuses to discount his rings. And I personally think it's disrespectful. I think it's shameful. And what I want to know is, why are we trying to revise history? The media, including the La Media, agrees that LeBron is not a killer and never was. In fact, not only does the La Media not believe in LeBron being a killer, Gil's Arena said 8 months ago that he wasn't a killer. I just don't know why Gilbert is lying or changing his take. But I want you guys to hear this because 8 months ago, this was talked about.
No, I remember Rio said it. People were like, damn, he hating, like shit like that. Like, no, I don't think the masses look at LeBron as a killer. Despite the stats, despite the resume, he's a likable guy. He's a likable teammate. He's a So with that regard, I just don't think, even though he's put teams to bed, he's went on runs and the shit he did to Detroit when he was young, he's had situations that he could be looked at as that and be feared, but I just think the fact that everybody likes LeBron, right? Most people like LeBron in this era. So I don't, teammates as well, so I don't think I agree with him. I just know, in the sense of basketball, he's a bad man. But it's just the optics it's a difference, right?
So you're saying that people don't think LeBron has that killer in him just by his
like, go ask his teammates, right? Go talk to Mike. Well, we know the way Mike teammates think about him. We've heard what Kobe teammates had some, like, it's not the same thing in the locker room, right? Yeah, he got your back. He gonna go to war with you in this, but it's just not the same thing, I don't think. But no, it's just the bad man on the basketball floor, but it's just a difference with hoopers and the conversation.
Okay.
I think.
So, Brandon, players don't fear LeBron, facts or cap?
I mean, it's facts. But why does it matter if they fear him or not? Like, I mean, he's changed the game. He's done things to the way he wanted to do.
Okay, guys. Honestly, pretty much the entire panel about 8 months ago, back in April, May, something like that, they've all said that LeBron wasn't a killer. He didn't need to be. He was doing it his way. Gilbert Arenas even went into it being a different era. And if guys were afraid of Michael Jordan, then, they weren't a real man. What is it? That's just weird, saying that you're afraid of a player. It's all just bullshit, right? I mean, I just don't understand why we're revising history and we're literally changing our take. Gilbert Arenas a couple of years ago was a good show. I was talking to Mel from Man Down Sports. Shout out to Mel from Man Down. And we were chatting about this a while ago. And, we talked about how good Gilbert Arenas' show used to be. He used to keep it real. But now it just seems like he's on the payroll for Clutch. And 8 months ago, Gilbert Arenas talked about it being a different time. Bullshit. Michael Jordan killed everything. He dunked on everybody and he killed everyone in his path. He is the greatest killer. If killing and stats ever mattered or was ever the benchmark for greatness in basketball as an NBA player, then Luka Doncic would be considered the GOAT when his career is, over or trending, or even right now. Why don't we consider Luka Doncic the GOAT right now? Why not? Look at this graphic. Gilbert Arenas' point was that LeBron had all these kills faster than Michael Jordan and Kobe. He killed everything and he killed all these stats. So in Luka Doncic's first couple of NBA seasons of play, he's beating LeBron James in every stat. Points, rebounds, assists, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage. He's beating LeBron in just the first 370 games that he played in the NBA. Would you guys say that Luka is better than LeBron? I don't think anybody would say that. He can't run, jump, or dunk the fucking basketball. But I mean, the stats don't tell you that. The stats don't tell you that Luka Doncic doesn't run, jump, or dunk the damn ball. It doesn't show you that. It just looks like a really great stat line. It looks like he's better than LeBron James. And so this is what, the Brondashians want to tell you when they're talking about the GOAT and when they're talking about, these comparisons, these dumbass comparisons. Stats can tell you a story, but your eyes have to make your decision. Your eyes have to make the conclusions. Stats might tell the story, but your eyes make conclusions. I can't say it enough. How did you guys feel about that graphic? LeBron James fans, they want to live and die on the stat hill. Don't die on that stat hill. You guys got to figure out another avenue. We have to stop moving the goalpost. We have to stop comparing the errors. We have to stop with this phony GOAT discussion because the only reason it exists is to stroke LeBron's ego. The only reason people even come out to say Jordan is the GOAT is because LeBron and the La Media created this battle of the eras. It's shameful. And it's a lie. It's a gimmick for marketing. It's a gimmick for marketing and attention. Michael Jordan is the greatest killer I've ever seen. He was diabolical on the court and literally made up narratives to himself in order to motivate himself to go out there and kill everybody on the court. What do you guys think? Who's the coldest killer? I'll read some comments. I'll open up the phone lines, but as far as I'm concerned, it's this guy right here. I mean, look at those faces. Look at his teammate looking scared to death and shook. Horace Grant looks shook as fuck in this picture. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at him. That's a killer. Thank you for calling Sports T-Bert, talk to me nice.
Hey, what's up, Dom? What's going on, chat?
Oh my gosh. How are you, T-Bert? How are you feeling tonight?
I'm good. I'm so glad you put this this topic up because I saw that Gilbert Arenas show and it really turned me off and it's really making me hate the show and I might just block him. It used to be a really, really great and informative show. I don't know, but it just seems like he's the executive for Clutch Sports now. Like he's not an employee. He's one of the big bosses up there. Something has changed. Something has changed like really bad.
It's really bad. Like I can understand even if LeBron James is his friend, like, hey, I'm working in the media. I'm not going to talk poorly about you, but just the cap is too real. He's sacrificing himself. He's laying down on the sword for LeBron, and I just don't understand.
If Gil is not a huge part, unsigned by Clutch Sports, then he's just a marketing genius. Like it's one of the two. He knows if he says the most outlandish stuff is going to just bring more and more views, and he's going to go viral. It's almost like he goes home and says, what's the dumbest SH I could say to go viral? His goal, I think, is try to say something dumber than I said the day before. And every day he tries to say something dumber and dumber because he wants to go viral. It's either he's a marketing genius or he's on Clutch Sports, because he's not talking pure basketball. Not at all.
It's just, he's lying. He's lying. He's capping. And I don't even know if he's capping for clicks, because he could speak the truth and do very well. He can say his real opinion. He can speak on what he believes and do just as well.
All right, I got you. Let me say this. Shout out to Brother Juma. Shout out to Mellow S. Appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna address Nino real quick too. So can I cook on this now?
Go right ahead.
All right. So first of all, Gil opened up the show by saying y'all have to start changing the narrative. Open your mind, people. He's just telling y'all he's about to change y'all mind. He's about to give y'all narrative, right? And y'all LeBron fans are falling for it, hook, line, and sinker, right? No, you don't change the narrative. Speak the truth. Now, he's talking about kills. Kills and points, rebounds, and assists. When is that kills? When is regular season, what you do in a regular season, killing? The only killing that's truly done is the finals. That's the only time a winner is born. A killer is created. You can lead the league in scoring, hit 1 million buzzer beaters in the regular season. Your team don't make the playoffs. Who cares? A real killer is born in the finals. That's when you get your first body, okay? So I don't care about all these points and all that other stuff. Who cares? So let's talk about we know Jordan, he was asked to go kill 6 times. He came back unblemished, not even a cut on his body. LeBron was asked to go kill 10 times. He came back home, knocked the F out 6 times. How, if you are asked to kill 10 times and you come back home knocked out 6 times, but you were successful 4, right? How are you a better killer with somebody with more bodies? Please explain that to me. It absolutely makes no sense at all. And moving on to the next thing, the Kobe slander has got to stop. If anybody believes out there that Gilbert is a Kobe fan and that's his favorite player, you're a fool. Gil is lying, okay? He's the Kobe slander, he's rolling in his grave. Who has ever in history called Kobe a sidekick? How can a sidekick have 5 rings, a regular season MVP, 2 finals MVP, top 75 player, 12-time he was on that first team all defense. And think about who he had on his team. He had Shaq. Kobe was such a killer. At that time, Shaq was the most dominant player we've ever seen in modern history. The biggest, strongest, toughest Dundada you ever seen on the court in modern day history. Kobe said, get him off my team, and won 2 chips. What sidekick has done that? And talking about, like if you look at LeBron, right? And we talking about kills. The easiest kill to get down? An All-Star game kill. Do you remember LeBron refused to take the last shot in a meaningless All-Star game? And Kobe ran over to him like, bro, what are you doing? You have to take that shot. Because he wasn't a killer. And the craziest thing they're trying to change. Now, for y'all LeBron fans out there, it was always understood, even for LeBron fans, LeBron wasn't a killer. LeBron was a playmaker. That has been the stigma on LeBron. He's a playmaker. He's going to allegedly make the right decision. How all of a sudden, because Gil said he's the best killer ever, so he's not a playmaker now? He's a killer? Like, no, it's not even close. And here's the last thing on it, right, Dom? His own teammate, Mario Chalmers, said people wasn't afraid of LeBron. Okay, that's just one guy. But then you had other NBA players like KG and Paul Pierce that said they were not afraid of LeBron. You know who they were afraid of? Jordan. You know who they were afraid of? Kobe. They said, don't look Jordan in his eye. Call him Black Cat. Don't call him Mike. Don't piss him off. Because if he plays regular, he'll just get 30. You piss him off, he might go for 60. They were terrified of Mike. That's a killer. People aren't terrified. People are terrified of killers. If you're not a killer, nobody's terrified of you. No. So come on, like we got to stop the cap. And the very last thing I want to say is, I saw a guy in the chat named Playboy Juice. He's a LeBron fan. Shout out to you. You know, he's a LeBron maniac fan. He said earlier in the chat, only thing that Kobe was better at than LeBron was jacking up shots. Hey, Playboy, why don't you do your history search? Do you know for their careers, Kobe shot 19 shots a game. LeBron shot 19 shots a game. So get your facts right. Pass the mic back to you, Dom.
Well, I think the interesting thing is that, you know, it seems like Kobe also figured out how to win better than LeBron. So again, like people will say there's nothing that LeBron can't do. I mean, he can't win. He won 4 times, and those rings they're just riddled with a bunch of different like asterisks.
Right.
There was never a time that Kobe Bryant couldn't be entrusted with the ball in the 4th quarter. There's never a time that Michael Jordan disappeared in the 4th quarter or is credited with having a bad playoff series. Never. He never had a bad series.
No.
So
exactly.
You know, I just think that this is really crazy. I think that, you know, Gilbert Arenas played himself. Like, congratulations, Gil's Arena. You played yourself with this entire take. And I was really grateful, and I was happy that Lexi Brown was pretty much quiet. She didn't even really join in this debacle. And, you know, I like her. And I think that she has a lot of things to say. And oftentimes it's just like, wow, you know, I'm going to sit this one out because you guys are just overdoing it. And I think that he ran this into the ground, that LeBron, he couldn't even call him a killer. And in all of those 12 minutes that I played for you guys, not one time did Gilbert Arenas refer to LeBron as being a killer, because he knows he's not one. So
absolutely,
you know, thank you so much for your call, T-Bird. I think that you're fantastic, and I think that your take was really great. And another great call in the books.
All right, thanks. I'll see you in the chat.
Thanks so much.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, I am going to read some super chats. So from Wise Guy 23, Brondashians, laughing faces. Andrew Williams, being a killer has nothing to do with stats. Your mentality does. Nobody has ever said that they feared LeBron. They have with Jordan and Kobe. Case closed. It is a case closed. I mean, this isn't a debate. Gil's Arena is trying to like revise history. They're history revisionists, and it's just it just shows how much people are actually paying attention. They bank on people forgetting their take that they just had yesterday, probably. They're betting on that. Oh, nobody's going to remember this. I'm just going to revise this and change it to fit, you know, whatever I'm trying to say today. Thank you so much, Nino Action Jack Jackson, for the $4.99 super chat. I want to hear someone dispute Gil's point. I'm disputing Gil's point. He doesn't have a point. LeBron's not a killer. He won't even call LeBron a killer. He's saying he had kills. Little picayune accomplishments that don't mean anything, that didn't garner a title. If everything that you're doing on the court, even in practice, If everything that you are doing is not doing it to help your team win more ball games and hopefully a championship, then what are you doing it for? If you're on the court for your paycheck, great. Collect your paycheck and go. Thank you for calling Sports Tea. Caller from California, talk to me nice.
Hey, what's up, Don?
Hey, Drew. How are you today?
Good. What up? So, what is it you guys are talking about? LeBron and his
So we're
killer
talking
mentality?
Absolutely. So the question is, who's the coldest killer? Michael
Uh-huh.
Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James?
Shit. For me, man, like it's probably Jordan. You know, Jordan was like before my time, so I can't really say that I got to watch him.
Mhm.
Like, you know, I grew up watching Kobe, and that was like the toughest killer that I ever got to see in any sports. But you know, Jordan, I mean, you can watch all the different interviews and documentaries and all that stuff, and you know, everybody will vouch that Jordan was just on some other shit. Like, I think it was David Aldridge who said that if Jordan was 5'6" instead of 6'6", he would have been the greatest serial killer ever. So that's just like that's crazy. So you know what I mean? Like Jordan was like very intense on the court.
Very. I agree.
The other thing too, I remember Kobe said, kind of like alluded to this when after he had just retired and LeBron was still in Cleveland. This is like back in 2016 with when LeBron and Kyrie were doing their thing. I think that LeBron, he's the type of guy that thrives when when he's not in a hostile environment, like when everybody's getting along, like everybody's on the basketball court and everybody's happy, everybody's laughing and joking. You know, the stress level isn't there. Like LeBron seems like the type that like he's a really good connector, but when shit gets thick, you know, the games get tough, the intensity ramps up. Like he seems to like fall back, or he like takes his foot off the gas pedal. And I remember Kobe talking about that. Like he was saying that like LeBron is great at like connecting people together, but as far as making it uncomfortable, being the guy who can make it uncomfortable and push your teammates to like another level, that's not really his role. And I've always thought about that, you know, especially now, like ever since then, like every time we see him, like every time we've seen him in the playoffs, in the NBA finals, you know, whenever he loses, he has like this, he's got several underwhelming performances. And I always think about that, what Kobe said, like he's not that type of, I guess, like intense guy. You know what I mean? That'll like.
I think
that
LeBron
pushes his
is
teammates.
intense. I think he is intense. I think he does push his teammates, but he pushes his teammates for his own, to like serve himself. He's pushing his teammates to defend the best player. He's pushing his teammates to rebound the ball, or you know, or to shoot because he can't. He's just pushing his teammates into the holes that need to be filled from, you know, in his game. Because his game has so many holes in it, he's pushing his teammates into those holes. But he's not, in my opinion, pushing his teammates to be the best that they can be.
Yeah, and I've noticed too, like in a lot of his championship runs, he always has to be. He's always paired up with a dynamic scorer. You know, whether it was Dwayne Wade in Miami, or Kyrie Irving in Cleveland, and now Anthony Davis. Like he's always needed to be paired up with
Right.
somebody who could score
I agree.
anywhere on the court.
But
And
what I think is interesting, though, right, when we talk about taking that last shot, and how people, especially LeBron James fans or LeBron apologists, they want to sit there and make it seem like we're criticizing LeBron because maybe he can't shoot threes very well. Okay, like you don't want to take a three because you're not the best shooter, but you don't want to take the last shot, period. LeBron doesn't want to drive to the rim. He doesn't want to take a mid-range. He doesn't want to take a layup. He just does not want to be responsible in the last seconds of a game. And when he tests himself, he bricks it every time. Every time.
Yes, because I remember like his first run in Cleveland in the 2000s when he would miss the way that he would miss certain shots, game winners or buzzer beaters. He would just brick them, all backboard, no rim, or just the air ball. And 20 years later, it's the exact same thing. He still misses those same type of shots.
Yeah.
And I think he's always been, to me, the type of player who just plays to protect his stats. I think he's very cunning and calculating with how he plays and when he plays, so that it could just make his stats look great. The PERs, player efficiency, field goal percentages, all that stuff. I think that's how he chooses to play the game, just so he can have that analytics side.
Yep. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you, Drew. I think this was a really great call. It's never, to me, these discussions, we're never going to come to like a common ground. We just, it's clear to me that there's just delusional fans out there that want to perpetuate these terrible narratives.
Yeah. It's gonna be I definitely, man, like even the people that say Kobe was a sidekick, like I remember like Kobe led the Lakers in scoring on the road during the playoffs when him and Shaq were together. Like if you look at that time when they were three-peating, those deep playoff runs, most of the best teams in the NBA at that time were in the Western Conference. And whenever they'd be on the road, Kobe was the leading scorer and he was the closer. Mm-hmm. He was the guy that they would defer to when the games got close.
Yeah.
It's just, that doesn't sound like a sidekick to me.
Oh, no, absolutely not. There was a comment by, I think it was Pizza Time said it. Everyone on Mount Rushmore has a dynasty. 3 of them have a three-peat. And I think that to me, it sums up the conversation in a nutshell, honestly. So
yeah, that's kind of that's kind of like what I said the first time I called your show, when I pointed out that out of all the great players who have multiple rings, LeBron's the only one that has a losing record in the finals.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's not just a losing record. He's failed to create a dynasty on any team that he's been in. So I think that's really interesting. But Drew, thank you so much for your call. I do have some other people calling in and I want their voice to be heard. Okay.
For sure. Have a good night. Thank you so much.
Too. Thank you so much for calling in. You're welcome anytime. Have a good one.
All right. Peace.
All righty. Bye-bye. Okay. So I do just want to give 2 more people an opportunity to speak on this topic, and then we will move on. Then we'll go ahead and end the live. Is this Nino? Thanks for calling Sports Tea. Talk to me nice.
What's going on?
Oh man, it's so nice to hear from you, Nino.
Too much cap going on. That's what's going on.
Really?
You said you disputed what Gil said, but then you turned around and agreed with him.
I didn't.
You don't even know how you agreed with him, did you?
I do. I agree with him that LeBron is not a killer. His original statement that LeBron is not a killer.
No, the statement he made this week, he said he was basically saying He had MJ one, then he had Bron and Kobe.
That's
He
not what I
said-
heard. That's not what I heard.
Yeah, he said he had MJ, then he said MJ's one. Then he said he had Bron and Kobe. But then they were disputing. Everybody seemed like they said kills mean championship. That's what they were trying to tell you, basically. And you agree with that, right?
I'm sorry, what did I agree with?
That kills mean championships. That's what they were saying. That's what Brandon and Nick was saying. It
No,
seemed like
see,
everybody.
that's
It seemed like T. Burt said it.
so that is, to me, that's not what Gilbert Arenas was saying. Gilbert Arenas was not calling titles a kill. He was calling LeBron's accomplishments and stats a kill.
Brandon and Nick saying that.
But that was my point, was that nobody could agree on what a kill actually was. So they were arguing in circles, because if you can't agree to the premise of an argument, then you really can't have one.
Exactly. But T. Burt and the people in the chat is agreeing, sounded like that they're agreeing that
I don't think
championship,
so.
the
That's
ultimate
not what
kill.
that's not what T. Oh yes. So we
He
agree.
said it.
I agree with Swaggy P. Gilbert Arenas does not view championships as a kill. He literally told us that it didn't matter on several occasions. So
I agree
what
that it's
is
a
a
kill,
kill?
but it's never. No, I'm going on. I'm just going off. I'm basically off what they tell Gil, and Gil came back with, and the same thing I only hear you say. I don't hear nobody else say this now. I will give you props. You the only one. And then, if you didn't say it, I wouldn't say you said it.
I'm the only one that
And
says
nobody
what?
else can dispute it. If kills mean champion, this is what the problem with my GOAT debate and all this stuff.
Okay.
If championship mean kills,
Mm-hmm.
why isn't Bill Russell and Kareem automatically in the kill debate ahead? Well, maybe Kareem and Jordan is tied, or Jordan won, then Kareem. Why is Bill Russell not the face? Then we got to bring up other stuff in the midst of it. Then other stuff matters. That's what Gil was saying. Now, to your credit, I always hear you say, "Hey, wait a minute, we can't just." You say the same thing I say. I really hate the GOAT debate, really.
Yeah. I mean, I really do hate it. And, see, the problem is when people insert Bill Russell into this quote unquote debate, when they insert him, the problem is he doesn't belong there because the debate doesn't involve him. If the debate is about Michael Jordan and LeBron James, then we shouldn't even be talking about Bill Russell. And that's where people take a misstep. That's where the misalignment happens. So if we're talking about everybody in a pool of all of the players that have ever played this game, then yeah, let's talk about Bill Russell. But the problem is that we're not talking about Bill Russell. The problem is we're not talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We're only talking about Michael Jordan and LeBron James, and that's why the discussion is fake. That's what people don't understand. The discussion is fake because it only includes two people. And there's no basis for it to only include two people. There's no evidence that LeBron James is the GOAT.
I agree with that. Even though I think he's the best player from my view. But if you say Kobe, I can make a case for Kobe. I can make a case for MJ. So I'm with you.
I think there's at least
it's
20 players better than LeBron James, maybe more.
I disagree.
I know most people are going to disagree. He's been the most famous player that we've seen in the entire NBA history, but somebody being most famous, somebody being most popular does not make them the best. LeBron James is literally, but let me tell you, LeBron James is just a better version of Bronny. He's pretty much an influencer. If you go on YouTube right now, okay, and you type in LeBron, you type hashtag LeBron, you're going to see about 500,000 videos come up under that hashtag. You hashtag LeBron James, you're going to see about another 500,000 come up. You hashtag Michael Jordan or MJ, you're going to see about 500,000 combined. So LeBron James is trending the most on YouTube and pretty much all of social media platforms as an athlete. Being the most famous,
That's not fair, though. That's not fair.
It is fair. It is fair because he has not done enough to be called the greatest of all time. He cannot shoot the ball. Nino, he can't shoot the ball from free throw, from 3-point range. He's not a great shooter. So how can he be the greatest of all time? The greatest of all time has to shoot the ball well. You have to shoot the ball well. You said he's not a great shooter. So it'd be one thing if we're sitting here saying, hey, LeBron James isn't the greatest shooter. Okay, he might not be the greatest shooter. He might not be the greatest winner even, right? But like, what does he do the best, better than anybody besides driving and bum rushing and charging the lane? I need to know.
See, now you said besides.
Besides, that is, he does get points for that.
And making it.
He gets points for that. You do. But that's one way to score the ball. There's a million. What do you mean he's more efficient than MJ? If you're driving the basketball.
I said he assists more than MJ and more than
he barely assisted.
And rebound.
He barely assisted more than both of them. Barely. It's not like he's beating them in those categories by a wide margin. Those guys had to work for their rebounds, Nino. Rebounds are dropping into LeBron's hands. I've never seen him box out. Have you ever seen him box out? No. I'm asking you. When has he boxed out? When has he boxed out for a rebound? When was the last time?
In Cleveland. Now that's a different. You said when the last time.
When was the last time? When I say
LeBron.
never, it's because I can't remember it. So when was the last time? I don't remember the first time I saw him box out because that's how long ago it must have been.
You wasn't watching them in Cleveland and Miami. Miami, bro.
Can I tell you something? You're talking about something that's 10 years ago. The last time he was in Miami was 2014. But we're only talking about it because the media continues to compare LeBron James. Michael Jordan boxed out to Michael Jordan boxed out to the last day he played. He played defense to the last moment that he played on the floor.
And he got cooked, though.
It doesn't matter. So he wasn't ducking the smoke. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Michael Jordan might have gotten cooked on defense. He was willing to play.
Bro, get cooked.
He didn't duck the smoke. LeBron doesn't get cooked. He gets blown by because he's standing around on defense. There's a difference between not playing defense and getting cooked. I'd rather see somebody attempt. I'd rather see them try. I'd rather see them put their entire game on the floor to the last minute than to see them stand around on defense and then get the accolades, the glory, and the praise. I'd rather see them box out than to stand there and literally I'm watching their teammate get out of the way so that he can be prioritized for that stat pad.
Who you talking about? You talking about 50-year-old bro? There's nobody saying
LeBron's not 50 years old. LeBron is not 50 years old. He's 39. No, he's not 50. He's 39. He's 39 and he does need to go. He needs to go because he stopped playing basketball 10 years ago. And when I say basketball, there's offense and defense. Basketball is not just an offensive game.
They don't pick on Bron though. They don't call for Bron. It ain't sweet like you think it is, 1-on-1. Now his help defense, he'll sneak in there, but he don't play team defense. But they not
he's out there and has the Los Angeles Lakers playing 4-on-5. That's a disgrace. That's not a GOAT. No. That's not a top 10 player. That's not a top 5 player. That's a disgrace.
Nobody's switching for Bron to get on him. Nobody's doing it. They don't want to go 1-on-1 with Bron.
Nino, LeBron is not defending. And why not? He'll get cooked 1-on-1. He ducks the fade 1-on-1. We talked about that already.
No, he won't.
He will. No. He always does. He always ducks the fade. But Nino, we do have another caller calling in. Thank you so much for your call and for your super chat. I appreciate you so much. Okay. Call back soon. All righty. Bye-bye. Brother Juma, talk to me nice. Thanks for calling Sports Tea.
Peace, sister. How you feel?
I'm so good. How are you tonight?
I'm always well. Happy Make It Happen Monday to you and everybody listening in on the chat.
Thank you so much. Happy Monday to you as well. So Indeed. What do you think? Who's the coldest killer? MJ, Kobe, or LBJ?
Of course, it's I mean, out of those three, it would have to be Jordan, and then the Mamba, Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it because LeBron isn't a killer. He's not a killer. It's not in his eyes. When he's on the court with a couple seconds left, he's chewing on his nails, eating his fingers up. Cannibal, chewing on his fingers. When he's in interviews, they ask him questions. He's looking on, sticking his lip out and looking all over the place. No eye contact. He's scary. He's a little kitty cat. He won't even attack if he's in the corner. Like he runs. Killer means clutch.
Right.
That's what a killer is, clutch. And when it comes down to it, they do what they have to do. Everybody who's talking, what Gil did, I can't listen to him anymore. I do every now and then, but he's just so embarrassing. That everyone knows if you have 1-2 seconds left, if you have one shot, that no one is giving the ball to LeBron. If you have one, if you're, it's just hilarious. Everyone knows that you cannot depend on him to come through in the clutch. He runs from clutch shots. He was consistently getting baked, playing one-on-ones against his other teammates. He was running from the slam dunk contest. He didn't want to do that. He was just afraid of being embarrassed if he didn't win first place. Even with Kyrie and Wade, they are both alphas. They are both number one options, first options. They adjusted their game because he could not. But if he would have took a back seat, they would have easily got the numbers he got. If they won or not, I don't know. But it's proven just in their stats that they would have got his numbers. Especially Wade, because he'd done it before. Wade taught LeBron how to win. And it's just I don't know. And even when they little stuff like who I was listening to somebody yesterday or this morning, and they said who has ever, maybe it was on your what you played with Gil, but have you ever seen a GOAT or a killer like airball free throws?
Insane.
I mean, you've been shooting.
No, honestly, in my entire time watching Michael Jordan, I can't tell you a time that I saw him airball from the free throw line. He has airballed, but I haven't seen it from the free throw line.
Not the free throw line. And what I
I can't find it anywhere. I've even tried to look multiple times.
If it was there, the media would have it front and center. But with all, what I can say about Jordan and his free throws, he shot him blind. He shot him with his eyes closed and hit the bottom of the net. Like I did. That's out there. That's real. I saw that. His eyes were closed. They dared him to do it, and he hit the bottom of the net. Not blindfold, eyes closed, free throw. Now that's a killer. That's clutch. Gilbert really made himself, he really showed his position. He's on panic button. He got his assignment from clutch, spelled with a K. They're completely illiterate, and they put him on assignment. It's really coming out now. Those people are being put on assignment, do whatever it takes, and they're going to make themselves look foolish. Instead of even like Perkins and what's her name, the Italian chick, she's a commentator, and Wemby, they're stepping back a little bit because they have some type of professional integrity. You just can't lie and a bold-faced lie to people like they don't understand the game.
You can't.
And Gil, he doesn't have that type of investment because he has his own podcast. He's not, contracted to like high network to reputable networks.
Right.
So they're leaning on him and he's coming through. You know what I mean? Like knees down. It's just disgusting. It's totally embarrassing. Disgusting. He should be ashamed of himself. For them to talk about Kobe like that. And like you said, I saw some people in the chat. There's easy 40, 50 people, players in the NBA, Duncan, even if you say Iverson, he doesn't have no championships, but he had more heart. There's no way he would have folded to LeBron. Him not taking the last second shot in the NBA, in the NBA All-Stars and everyone jamming him up. He came in the league. His very first commercial with Nike was with Bernie Mac, and he was going through the church, passing the ball. Had zero to do with shooting. It's about him passing the ball. That was his very first Nike commercial. I love LeBron. It was an amazing commercial, and I gassed him for that. I was like, this guy doesn't he have to shoot? He's a distributor. I'm thinking he's going to eventually get a shot. And Kobe even said, he said to him, and he said it for the guy from the Nets, the light skinned brother who's playing horrible. He ended up going to the Nets from Philly, who's afraid to shoot. I forget his name. I'm having brain freeze.
Ben
Simmons. Ben Simmons. Yeah, thank you. But Kobe said if they don't develop a mid range, and he had sense behind it. You just can't jump up, and eventually you're going to get older. Your arch is going to have to be adjusted because you're not getting as much height on your jumper. That's why Curry's so good because he barely jumps off the jumper. Wade, Kobe, they had a high leap when they released their shot. So over time they had to adjust their shot. But that's why Curry's so good. He can end up going to be maybe even 45 because he doesn't have to jump that much. He won't alter his shot over the years. It's going to be the same shot as long as he gets his good screens. So it's just embarrassing that they're doing this. And like LeBron, like they said in the chat, someone said in there, not even top 40. And that's not being, funny or facetious or trying to be hurtful. He really isn't. And my last point, Rachel was interviewing somebody years ago. I forget who it was. It was an ex-player, and they were she was saying, and they had credibility, and she was because they played with all three, and he had said, I wish I knew his name. I'm having brain freeze again. I apologize, but he had said he's not number one. It's definitely Jordan, and she looked straight faced, looked so mean. Is he number two? Like she was so quick to say that. And if you really believe he's number one, why aren't you debating he's number one? Because they'll settle for being number two because they know he's not number two. It's still a gift. Him being 2, 3, 4, 5, that's all a gift. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. And time will tell. Once he goes once he retires, and and then they start pulling up that real Balco stuff, he is going to be the greatest fraud in the history of sports. Give it 5 years, maybe 10 the most, but 5 years, it's all going to come out the second when he retires, and he will be the greatest disappointment and the greatest fraud in the history of sports.
Wow. Sheesh. Well, I just want to thank you for your comments, Brother Juma. Really great call. You definitely cooked on this, so great job. And I mean,
thank you.
I don't know what's going to happen with LeBron. I really don't. I think he already is a fraud. And, I do hope that it's exposed. I don't want certain things to come out about LeBron, but, we'll see. We're all just going to be kind of like waiting and watching. So I do.
The truth always comes to the light.
That's right. My mom said it best. The
Let
truth
me
always comes out in the wash.
Right, exactly. Let me say real quick. I've been watching for a minute. Thank you for making me a monitor. It's the first time, but I've watched you go from 50 to 100 and change to 300. The other day, I think you had 1,500 people in your chat. See you over 6,000 right now with your subs. I'm really proud of what you're doing. You're being blessed because you're keeping it real and you're being authentic. And just can't say enough how classy you are. You don't raise your. I mean, it's okay when people like Ticket and some people raise their voice and get kooky. I like them too. But the fact that you hold your position and your like I say, you just stay level. And that says a lot, about you being able to be classy and firm at the same time when you're cooking. You know what I mean? You don't make a mess in the kitchen. You know what I mean? And we really do appreciate that. That's why you're being blessed with so many people following you. You're really about to blow up. And just keep doing what you're doing, sister.
Thank
really,
you so
really
much,
good.
Brother Juma. I really appreciate you. And I mean, thank you for your kind words. It means a lot to me. And really, I just, when I do these lives, I just want to focus on trying to get better each time. And that's the main goal. I want to come in here. I want to chat with you guys about sports and have fun and hopefully just get better. So
True that.
Thanks
True
a
that,
bunch.
definitely.
And I just hope you have a good night. And thank you so much for watching and for calling. So
thank you. You as well. Peace.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, we have some more super chats to read. We have one from Philly Kid. LBJ fans say Pippen carried MJ. So how is Kobe a sidekick? By that logic, Kobe carried Shaq. I love it. And I mean, honestly, there's a lot to say for that. I love that Lakers three-peat. I thought it was an incredible run. I was sad to see Shaq go. I think that hurt their team. I think that they could have won more titles together, but clearly I don't think that they were laser focused on that. And, you know, that makes me sad that they didn't win 6 titles together, because they could have. I think that they could have won 4 in a row if they just gotten it together. I really do. We have another super chat from Cash. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. What do I have to do to have you get rid of that LeBron painting? Look, guys, it was $39.99 at Kohl's. Actually, I think it was just $30. It was on sale for $30. I ran and picked it up and just threw it on the wall. So, you know, it was really easy. I thought that it fit nice on the wall. Congrats on having a better show than Mel. Oh, no. And LeBron's isn't even top 25. I have to say, guys, shout out to Mel. Shout out to Man Down Sports. Mel is probably just like one of the best at what we do. Honestly, the way that he tells a story, the way that he connects the dots and weaves, you know, different topics together, it's very impressive. So if you guys are not subscribed to Man Down Sports, please head over to the channel and subscribe and watch the content, because it's just incredible. Mel has taught me so much. I wouldn't be sitting in this seat if he didn't teach me and really help me with what I was trying to do. It all started from me calling into his show, and, you know, the rest is history. But, you know, I really, really, really appreciate just everything that he's done to show me the ropes and show me how to navigate these YouTube streets. So shout out to Mel, shout out to Man Down Sports. The whole team is really great. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out Brittany's channel, Sideline Speaks, it's really great. She talks about football, basketball. She also has a panel on her channel. Chris has Motor City Roar. Alonzo has Bird Talk. Corey has Cowboy Spits, really great channel about the Cowboys. He gets on pretty much after every single Cowboys game and just cooks. And he's really honest. He's really honest about his team. And then Jay has Therapeutic Rap, and he also has Kingdom Come that he partners with Eric to do. That's the Kansas City Chiefs channel. So really great stuff, guys. Check everybody out from Man Down Sports. We're really just trying to push out as much content as we can. We consider ourselves to be the new media, and, you know, I'm just really grateful to be a part of that team. So we have one more caller, and then we're going to end the live. Thank you for calling Sports Tea. Talk to me nice. Is this Am I Crazy? I feel like I recognize this phone number. Hold on one second. Is this Am I Crazy? Oh, hold on.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Cool,
I had you
Real
muted.
cool.
I had you muted. I'm sorry about that. Is this Am I Crazy? It seems like you sound very far away. All right, do you have me on
Oh, that's
speakerphone?
because I got a hold on.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. What's up? Am I crazy? How are you doing?
All right, cool, man. Because I tried to call you the other day.
I wasn't.
You know, when World Break was on there crying about how he don't get no respect from older people.
I wasn't live.
Yeah.
Do you know I was at work when that
Yeah,
video was
so-
playing? I wasn't live. That's why I wasn't answering.
I know you wasn't live. I realized that after I called 4 times you didn't answer.
I was
So
working.
look,
I'm
check
sorry.
it out. He mentioned something about Ant-Man saying, couldn't nobody play with Jordan, right? And he's like, man, he didn't really mean nothing by that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've learned when I'm talking to Lebunians, you got to speak to them in their own terms. Okay, so next time you talk to him, tell that Lebunian, make it in his own words. Now, say if he was all gang, like all these little dudes are saying these days.
Mm-hmm.
So what if his hood and his gang, they had a little thing on the media saying that there's only one person in their whole hood that's actually in the streets and actually getting money. How would they feel about him? You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing as somebody going back and saying Jordan is the only player back in the day. You got to put it in these guys' own words to where they understand it. Now, you mentioned something about they don't ever respect us. First of all, it's hard to respect y'all because it's hard to see y'all as men because y'all traded y'all respect in for skinny jeans and painted fingernails. Now, it's the whole thing, man, about this young people, old people thing. We just know more than they do. they don't really know anything. So we try to teach them something, but they so sensitive. This is the whole thing. They can say whatever they want to say with no respect, but they get sensitive every time we try to tell them something. That's the problem, man, between old school and new school. Yeah, they soft as hell. Like, we played just for the fun of the game and actually put in work. Now, you don't even know when the superstars are playing and when they're not playing. If I was a season ticket holder, I would want half my damn money back. This is the problem with the new school and the old school, man. Y'all don't deserve no respect because y'all ain't done shit. That's the problem. Do something. Y'all believing in this Lebron, who's won 4 championships in 23 years, but he's the greatest. Hold on. This ain't NASCAR. This ain't golf. You don't get points just because stop it, man. We respect dominance. And he ain't been dominant at all. Name any sport where you 4 and 6, where they say you the man. Not boxing, not nothing. When have you ever seen a boxer on TV? Oh man, 4 and 6, he gonna be the truth. Ain't nobody ever said that in their damn life. Now, if you see somebody who's 6-0, you go, yeah, he's gonna be the truth. You see what I'm saying? It's different. This is the difference, Sam. Basketball is based on real life, okay? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Basketball is based on real life. I hear you.
Okay, basketball is based on real life, okay? Now, traditionally, the person who was, doing everything, playing all the defense, trying to get the money, trying to do it, was the father of the family. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get it in, right? Now, if he's slacking in something, his good wife, she do the extra to make them win. You know what I'm saying? Now, who is the coach? That's our elders trying to tell us they've been through it, done it. They're trying to show us how to win. Who's the third person on the team? That's the oldest kid. You know what I'm saying? He has flashes of his daddy. There's a daddy teaching, right? He gonna be called. Now, who's the sixth man? That's Uncle Larry, fam. You got to call him because he can make shit happen right off the bench. You feel me? It's all about family, fam. And we respect the people who start from the bottom. Now we're here. Didn't y'all like that song back in the day? Not the person who leaves every time the family messed up and start a new damn family. That's the problem, fam. They respect losing because they've been looking at losers for 23 years. That's the damn problem. So whenever World Breaker want to get on this damn thing and start whining and crying, because you ain't a man. You walking around with skinny jeans, long hair, and fingernail polish. We don't respect that shit. We grown men. We come from a tougher era. Y'all got Jokic out here looking like Shaq. But if he played against Shaq, he'll look like Muggsy Bogues. That's the difference. There's only 3 centers in the damn NBA. Only 3. In the 90s and 2000s, it was centers everywhere. It was power forwards everywhere. Now everybody is on the damn outside shooting threes because they soft as hell. They soft as kiss. They soft as a baby bear. It's real basketball back in the day, baby. Real defense. Ain't nobody guarding nobody. Oh, the players are there's so much more skilled these days. Yeah, offensively, but they can't guard shit. It's a 2-way streak over here, family. You gotta have offense and defense and some heart, some grit, some kill. Brian ain't got none of that, Sam. That's why he keeps training families. Well, I lay my hat to my home. I'm a rolling stone. But at the end of the day, every time he leaves, he ain't never traded. They don't get the value for him. No, he shifts to power. He just leaves the team and throws himself on a damn team. What if KD did that with the 2021 Phoenix Suns? Before KD went to Phoenix, right? Didn't they go to the finals? Now he just got off the Nets and just transferred his ass to the Suns without actually getting traded. Because remember, they had to give up their house for him. How good would they have been? How many championships would KD have right now? LeBron, you ain't showing shit. LeBron don't show nothing because they losers. And when you start telling them the facts, then all the excuses come out. oh my God, it's the coach fault. It's the six-man fault. It's the role player fault. I had a dude come out some locker room goofy ass and talking about a Jimmy Buss fault. She don't fucking hoop. How the hell is it her fault? Get out of here, dude. It's a bunch of excuses from these bubbles. We real men over here. And it ain't Jordan D. Ryder. It's Jordan Revolution. And if you want to join where the winners are at, give us a goddamn call. Sorry for yelling.
You cooked, Am I Crazy? Great job. Honestly, you cooked.
I always cook. But you have a good day.
Thank you so much, Am I
I just
Crazy,
want to,
for blessing us with your presence tonight.
One more thing. Can I say one more thing?
I'm sorry?
Hello? Can I say one more thing?
You can.
I'm losing my voice. But I also had to get on you because you said pontificate, which I don't think that was a word. You also said erroneously, and you said you buy LeBron shoes when he on sale. You better never buy a damn pair of LeBron shoes. Okay?
So you have to get on me for, you said that a particular word that I said doesn't exist? Pontificate?
I get on everybody. You cool. I message you. I'm cool with Mel too. Tell him, shout out to Man Down Sport. Shout out to Ticket TV. Shout out to Sports T. Who else? Who else out there that actually know basketball? All right. Well, that's just for now. But no, you cool. I'm just giving you a little stuff.
We'll have a little tea with a little lemon because I don't want your voice to be totally gone.
One more thing.
Yes.
Tim Hardaway would average 40 because I'm from Chicago as well, and I'm 43 years old. He's the man at Rosenblum Park giving people 100. You ain't seen him at the Pro-Am in Chicago giving people 100. When you get, he can shoot the ball. Please, the crossover was nasty. If you couldn't touch him, he would shoot 15, 16 threes a day and would average 40. Period. And what he's trying to say is the weak-bodied ass guards who all they can do is shoot today, they wouldn't be able to play these days. Even Steph Curry, because when he came to the league, he had bad ankles. And once you come in the league, if you don't make it within the first 2-3 years, you on the bench. You out of here. So his soft ass wouldn't have made it either. None of these people who think they tough today would have made it back in the day. Because you had to have guts, you had to have grit, and you had to be down there. You have to be a man. And that's all it is today, a bunch of boys who can't hoop, don't have the fundamentals. All they do is get in the gym, shoot the ball a million damn times, do a couple of little step back threes and all that, and think they got game. No, fam. In my day, we played every day. We played hard, Paul, and we had competition. We'll beat your ass in practice, just playing at the park. And when it came game time, oh my God, the light is bright. You know you're finna get all this work in front of the world. But nowadays, everybody's too scared. They're scared to be embarrassed. No. In my day, in the 80s and 90s, man, if you lose the fight, what you do? You go home, do your push-ups, get stronger, and come back, man. Show your new improvement. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Friday. When Debo knocked Craig down, Craig got back up there and finished the fight, won the fight and got the girl, fam. What Debo do? He came back in part two. Every scene you seen him, he had his little brother in it. He went to go get his little brother. And what does little brother say? The first time they seen Craig, they pulled up on Crazy Jumper, just like LeBron did. He didn't get up and finish the fight after he lost. He went to go get his brother and cousin. That's the difference, man. That's the difference. But shout out to you. Love the show. You know what I'm saying? Tell Jay to email me, and we all Gucci, fam. Y'all have a good night.
I will. Have a good night, Am I Crazy? Thanks so much for calling.
All right, 100.
All righty. Bye-bye. Am I Crazy just cooked? Whew. Okay. I feel like I don't smoke, but I feel like I need a cigarette after that. Whew. Okay. Guys, let's see where we're at. Do we have enough likes in here? Let's see. So we're at 182 likes. Do you think that we can quickly get to 200? We have 250 in the chat. I do want to shout out. We have a new subscriber. I'm so sorry. I thought I saw you. Someone just subscribed. You're awesome. Thank you so much. There's so much engagement in the chat. I can't even keep up. You guys are so funny. What do you, this is total side note, but like, what do you guys think about, like, is the NFL going to fire Jay-Z? Did you guys hear about that chatter today? Any thoughts on that? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know what to think. Let's see. Did we get to 200 yet? We're one like away from 200. Ooh, Greg Anderson, you think Jay-Z's out of there? Damn. Definitely going to blackball him. Sheesh. That was Am I Crazy on the phone. I know, Spurzan. That's a whole nother topic. I'm like scared to even start talking about that and addressing it, but I just want to see what you guys think real quick. Definitely loaded. I'm not going to be covering it on this channel. I want nothing to do with it, but I just thought that it was just kind of crazy the way the news came out today. So, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. You guys were awesome. Lots of really great commentary and calls. I really appreciate all of you. Shout out to everybody that watched. Salute to everyone in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. Please do me a favor and like the video, share the video, subscribe to Sports Tea if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to join as a member if you're feeling a little froggy. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Good night. Get some rest.